Well, good afternoon, our beloveds. Our another is driving us crazy. Her hypervigilance comes across as curiosity, and her curiosity comes across as hypervigilance. When you have had a traumatic past, which many of you have, you always scan the horizon for what is out there, what could harm you, what could protect you. You are very aware of certain things that help you to feel safe, and each of you has a particular different skill set or adaptation. Our another, however, since the voices came in, i.e. us, the Hopi Collective, as well as some family and friends who guide her as well, she now is pretty incessant with her questions, asking what is on the horizon. And she is very distrustful of us right now because we won't really give her anything meaningful. We have told her as a whole where her life trajectory is taking her and what it will look like, but we don't give her the details. And so she keeps asking for more. Her questions are, what can you tell me that you refuse to tell me? What can you tell me that you don't want me to know? What can you tell me now that you couldn't tell me yesterday? What is it that you most don't want me to know? She's sneaky in trying to figure out how to get in through the back door because she is curious, but she is also still fearful. Her past caused a lot of pain, and we keep telling her that she is safe, that she is protected, that we are on her side. And when we are on her side and we guide her and ask her to follow particular paths, footsteps, directions, that she cannot and will not be harmed. The problem is her lived history with an abusive ex reminded her that she was only safe so long as she was well behaved or other factors did not arise. And so her hypervigilance is still here to protect her, but it is getting better. She is now more curious about her professional life than her personal life. We are bringing many things online, and she can feel the momentum. But she also knows that with this momentum will come challenges because we're asking her to grow into a newer version of herself. And why do we share all of this with you all? Some of you actually are quite interested in hearing about her journey because you're either just curious or because you are on a similar path and you recognize your own life through her words. But there is a magnetic imprint. It is not only her words that we share, but our vibration. We are here to manage humanity's ascension, no more or no less than any other spiritual collective. And each one of us has a particular purpose or objective. And while we collaborate, we each also work independently. So if you think about teachers at a university, at a high school, middle school, grade school, they each are there to teach you something important. And while you may have your favorite teachers, i.e. your favorite spiritual collective guides, if you listen to many of them, as our another is finally doing now, you will feel, experience, hear how other collectives say the same words, the same frequency, but through their another's word choice, as well as projection. And so, while many of you are looking for the specific answers of what is to come, we shall not tell you because that will traumatize you to a certain extent and also give you false expectations and hope as to how it will play out. And so we will share with you all what we shared with our another this morning, as Nelson Mandela is one of our collective voices here in the Hopi Collective. When Nelson Mandela was walking through life, he knew what his heart guided him to do, but he did not know the end of his story. And yet he lived magnanimously, fantastically, lovingly, powerfully. And when you get to the end of his story, you can look back and see how it all played out with this mystical, magical storyline. But while he was living it, he did not know how it would end. And so our another wants to know how her life will end, to assure her and us that she is safe. But instead of telling her what it will look like, we just encourage her to trust us, that we can see what she can't see, that we will help her to navigate through the storms that will most assuredly arise. And even we don't know what the storms are yet, because when the world is unstructured, unsafe, and chaotic, to look at timelines and make predictions, it's all probabilities. And so we really don't know exactly which lever will be turned down, pulled up, twisted around, broken off. We don't know which ones will work and which ones won't. We have an expectation, if something happens, how it will play out. But there is no assurance, because the probabilities right now are not at a 95%. They may be at a 30% or a 50%, which means there is a lot of instability. But instability can also be wonderful, because it is in the wiggling and the wobbling that you all learn resiliency, that you learn to stand firmly on your feet, even when the boat upon which you stand is lurching left and right. You figure out how to navigate these storms of life. Whereas when everything is easy peasy, you don't have to grow into that space of acceptance of the unknown. And while there are many psychics, mediums, intuitives, trance channels who are sharing what is to come, and many of them are spot on, it is not so much for us to predict the future as it is to remind you that your nervous system wishes to heal. And if you can focus more on the actual healing of your nervous system, which is not necessarily to avoid, but to embrace those lessons that are coming up now, to remind you of what is harmful and what is not, where to walk away and where to stay, who to love and who to leave. It is in those moments that you will learn what it is to be a who man. Who are you in the face of consequences, in the face of deliverance, in the face of loss, in the face of love or lovelessness? It is only in those moments that you learn about and get to know yourself. And we encourage each of you to lean more into your inner world and less into the outer world, which is your safety, your structure, and your finances. The birds don't worry about these things. They just migrate south or north to get themselves to where the energetic vibration aligns with where they are meant to be. If you all could just trust that the universe will protect you and guide you because you are back online and tuned in, you would need us a lot less to guide you and protect you, if you will, because your inner GPS system would be back online and would provide you with that and teach you and help you to avoid what is harmful and to embrace what is nurturing and emboldening. Finding yourselves in these really difficult times is not meant to challenge you. It is meant to grow you and to inspire you, to show you that you do have the capacity, even though you didn't know, and to find love for yourself and your journey and the excitement of a new day tomorrow with sights unknown, people unseen, and money unmade. It is not about the money, it never has been. It is about sustainability, susceptibility, and stability. You will find it if you lean into the mystery of the unknown, and we will be there to guide you with a loving and firm hand. And so it is. Namaste.